In this session, we're going to learn from Nancy Hillis, MD. Nancy is an abstract artist, Stanford-trained psychiatrist, and author of the best-selling book, The Artist's Journey, Bold Strokes to Spark Creativity.
So that came out of, there was a whole exhibit that went around of women, abstract expressionists, went around to different museums about 2 years ago or so. And there's a wonderful book, I have it here, it's incredible. And they were talking about, there was a group of women who were in San Francisco, who were in the Bay Area, and they were exploring this abstract expressionist, realm, and they weren't well known. And what was interesting is there was an incredible advantage to not having the light shining on them, that they felt this freedom to really experiment because they weren't as afraid as someone looking at it, as someone criticizing it, that type of thing. So there's something to be said, paradoxically, for obscurity. And so when you break out of obscurity, that can feel very threatening. And that's when, you've got to hold on to, what would you do if you weren't seen? And would you take those risks? And can you bring that into the arena now when you are being seen? Can you continue to take those risks and stand firmly in yourself, even when some people aren't going to like what you're doing? So I really believe that when inevitably someone will say something negative, okay, and there might be numerous people saying something negative at some points along the way, or maybe many points along the way, okay, and that the real issue is what happens inside of you. So when we have difficulty, it's never fun when somebody's negative, right, critical or whatever. But when we have great difficulty, when it's really hard, is when a part of us agrees with the criticism. A part of us, not all of us, because there's another part of us that's saying, no. I want to do this, or I like this. But it's when a part of us agrees. So the issue really is inner criticism that gets activated by outer criticism. The worst criticism is inside, not outside. And when you really get that, you weren't born to come here and please people, okay? And when you really get that you were born really to come here and be yourself, and you're in the highest levels of yourself, continually evolving as a person and evolving your art and your life. When you really get that, then when someone's negative, you just know that that's about them. And, I think there was a Zen monk who said something like 99.99999% of all you say and do is about yourself, and there isn't one. So it was like, if we worry too much about what somebody else is saying, remember, they're in their life and you're in yours. So you have to kind of hold on to yourself when those criticisms come. And the more you put yourself out there and increase your surface area, the more you will deal with criticism. But it's like you have to realize that who you are is not contingent upon anyone else's opinion of you. You decide who you are, and you author yourself. Well, there's some beautiful work at Stanford by Carol Dweck on mindset, growth mindset versus static. And static mindset kind of says, if I'm already not good enough, it's all over, so to speak. Or, it's like there's a limited amount of possibility. Maybe I'm not talented, that sort of thing. And is very subtle, kind of easily hit by criticism. Whereas the growth mindset, which we all can incorporate, is, what? I can learn this. I can continue to get better. I can continue to grow and evolve as an artist. And it's okay if I don't like some of my paintings. I guarantee you're not going to like all of your paintings. And that's okay, actually, it's great. We learn a lot from those paintings we don't like. And so I think that kind of talk to yourself is really helpful. And you can have, language where you talk to yourself in your head as you're going and painting, and it's just like, let's do this. Let's go for it. Let's explore what happens next. I don't know. It's curiosity and inquiry. So you really can adopt a way of talking to yourself that is not critical, but rather it's a state of allowing and giving yourself permission. And as you do that, that also feeds your trust in yourself. So trusting yourself helps this, but doing this also helps you to trust yourself more and go, it's okay. And the thing is that if you can embrace what, the ugly painting, we've talked about that a lot. If you can embrace the ugly painting, if you can embrace mistakes, so to speak, if you can embrace quote unquote failure, whatever that is, if you can embrace that, you free yourself up